Hi, is this thing on? It sure is. Welcome to Regular Girls.
Can I just take a minute?
Yeah.
It's Paige I, and I'm back. I'm back. But yeah, so I'm looking at the mic though. Do you have blues hairs on it, or is that your hair?
Oh,
I'm hoping it's blues.
it's probably more blues, I think, because it's like it's a little. Oh yeah, those are definitely blues hairs.
Oh, I miss my dogs.
Isn't he so?
I know.
Dogs are the best.
What did we do to deserve them, honestly?
Truly, dogs are heaven.
I literally, like, if someone shows a picture of the kids, great, it's fine, whatever. But you know what's gonna really change my day?
A dog.
People, yeah.
A cat. Any animal.
But a dog really does make you happy.
Dog, you know what's like trips me out about my dog, or like I guess like any animal, is when they look you in your eyes. Isn't that weird?
You know where I'm going with this, right?
Yeah, I think I do.
But I freaking lobster the other day. I'm sorry for being inappropriate, guys. I mean, Kayla,
So you're allowed to be inappropriate on this podcast. It's fine.
well, we're doing our thing, you know, doing the old
Getting it on.
Humpty Dumpty in the bedroom.
Yeah, Humpty dance. Yeah.
Yeah, riding my pony. Yeah, so freaking lobster, though, he has the thing about, like, just resting his head on stuff.
Yeah.
And he's just resting his head on the bed, on the edge of the bed. And, like, I look over, and he's looking directly into my soul, and I felt horrible. And I was like, time out.
Yeah, well, it's like you feel like you're like scarring them.
Yeah, and he's just watching, you know, mind his own business, but like, well, not really, minding my business. And I was like, yo, get out of here. Like, and I had to shut them out the room because I was like, man, this is terrifying for them, probably.
It's such a weird thing because, first of all, it happens to everybody. Everybody's been in a situation where that happens. If you have a pet. If you have a pet, whether it's a dog or a cat or, I don't know, maybe you're a fish or nosy, but Blue will do that sometimes. But, like, so sometimes if it's, like, a morning romp, and Blue's so lazy in the morning that if we, like, don't if we don't, like, wake him up, we can get away with it.
A little quickie but slow one.
Totally, yeah.
Nothing too crazy, but you're in the mood for it. You know, get it out the way.
But it's funny how they know what you're doing, and they give you your space. They just want to watch.
Rex,
Little voyeurs.
Rex, one of my dogs, he couldn't give a crap, right? He looks over, he's like, oh, they're back at it again. And he'll leave the room. Or he'll just go to sleep, don't even look at us, right? But Lobster, I don't think he's ever seen it in his 4 years of living. And so he'll just look directly into our souls. Like, it's terrifying. Like, I'm like, you're terrifying me. I feel like it's damaging more to me than it is to him. And I'm like, I'm sorry. Like, I can't do this in front of him. Like, we need to, like, you know, hit the nail on the bud real quick.
This is my other favorite thing. So sometimes if we get it on in whichever room in our house, but we'll always close the door to, like, kick Blue out so that he's not in and around what we're doing. But then there's times during the love making that I will look over to the door and I can just see Blue's little paws. He's waiting.
You see, like, the shadow? Sometimes Lobster will bark, you know. Lobster doesn't even like us hugging.
Really?
So Rex doesn't like it when we start kissing. We're like, we'll joke with him.
Yeah.
And then he's like, whoa! And then he's like, everyone, stop what they're doing. And then Lobster, he doesn't mind us hugging each other. But if I hug someone else or Kaylin hugs someone else, he goes nuts.
Wow. Oh, he thinks they're like home wreckers or something?
Like he's barking the
face. Like, I finally got it right.
No one touched my mom and dad. I don't like it. And he just doesn't like it.
Why did you guys call him Lobster?
Well, actually, it was very random. And we like to say it's because we have, like, this connection with lobsters. Well, not actual lobsters, but we have a lot of lobster sayings.
Like the friend lobster thing?
Yeah, like the friends thing. I mean, lobsters aren't really, what's the word called?
Monogamous.
Monogamous.
Yeah.
They aren't really. But in Friends, Phoebe describes them as being monogamous, right? And I just love that. Like, seeing an animal and finding your animal.
Yeah.
You know, and loving them forever, which is Kalen. He is the one for me. I love to touch him inappropriately all the time.
Appropriately, inappropriately, warranted, not warranted.
I pretty much hit him in the face with a freaking bat of love. Like, he's so annoyed, like, I'm over the top. But yeah, so I was like, you're my lobster. And I got him, like, a lobster keyring. I have a lobster tattoo behind my ear.
What? You do?
Yeah.
Oh my! Wait, I don't think I've ever seen that. That is a really great tattoo.
I covered someone's initials behind there.
That is my favorite of your tattoos now.
Really?
I didn't know that was there. I absolutely love that.
I don't know why I have a thing for lobsters, but we end up making it our thing. And then we have, like, a lobster magnet. We have, like, a lobster claw.
Yeah.
That is like
Where did you acquire a lobster claw? Like a toy lobster claw?
No, like a real one.
Oh.
So I have a lot of taxidermy stuff.
Oh.
So in there, they had a lobster claw, and I was like, well, we have to get it.
You have to.
Anyway, I always go to the Humane Society because I love it. And you know me, I'm always a psycho. I end up getting dogs. I foster them. I put them out. So I've had a lot of dogs in my life. But I always go there just so I can, like, give them love. Like, I just want them to feel love. And so they're easier to adopt, right? And I stumbled across Lobster, whose name was Tonka at the time.
Okay.
And I was like, damn, we're going to have to, like, change his name, babe. And he was on tour. Every time he goes on tour, by the way, I always end up doing something stupid. I got us a house while he was on tour. I also, like, got us a dog. So I'm like, babe, you're going on tour. What am I going to do this time? Who knows?
Here comes a baby.
Yeah, I'm pregnant. So, yeah, he was on tour with his friends. And then, like, they were making fun of the name Lobster for, like, a child and stuff. And he was like... Wait a second, why don't we call the dog Lobster? It's like something to do with
that's
us.
great.
So, long story short.
Do you call him anything? Do you short form it?
Lobby.
Lobby.
And we like to call Rex Dobby because he looks like Dobby out of Harry Potter when his ears flop
down.
Oh, yeah. So it's like Lobby and Dobby.
Oh, that's cute.
Usually we just call him Lobster because, you know.
It's
way cooler. And everyone's always
cooler.
like, why the fuck did you call a dog Lobster? And I'm like, why not?
Yeah, I mean, I love, like, so I had a dog before his name was Burger. I love, yeah,
If
it's
they went
great.
to school, they'd be bullied.
So when we got Blue, initially his name was Apollo. Because when we got him as a puppy, and people always like name all the puppies before you get them, whatever. So his name was Apollo. And before we got him, John was like, "Bring me Apollo." When we decided that was a dog that we were going to get, and then we were going to rename him. But for a while, we thought we were just going to call him Woof. Because John doesn't know how to properly say the name wolf or the word wolf, and it consistently makes him. He always says woof. Oh, look at these like gray woofs, which is ridiculous. So Blue's name was almost Woof. We actually have like Woof food bowls.
So why Blue? Because he's blue?
Because he's blue, yeah. He's a blue tri. Yeah. He was like very blue when he was a puppy. He had like really blue eyes, and his skin was more blue. His fur was blue.
It's funny because obviously I had the bulldog. My friend Joey has him now because, I mean, he fell in love with Joey and there was no way I could tear them apart. It would break my heart. I sometimes get really sad because I did love my bulldog, but his name was Rocky. So Rocky and Apollo.
Oh my God. That's so weird.
Yeah.
Whoa, that's crazy. Guys, my mind was just blown.
Out there. I mean, brains all
Cool.
Yeah, so we always have this bond thing going on.
That's so weird. I know. What is that?
I said Apollo and I was like, oh my God, Rocky.
That is so bizarre.
Because I called him
Roquito.
I used to call him Roquito all the time, but then they end up sticking with Roquito.
That is
because
so
Raquel
funny.
doesn't like the name Rocky because her name is Raquel and she gets called Rocky a lot. She's like, no, that sucks. I'm like,
oh my God, I would if my name was Rocky, I would totally be like, I'd put it on a shirt, I'd put it on a necklace.
We actually call her Phoebes because she's very similar to Phoebe from Friends.
Wow, another callback to Friends.
Yeah, I mean, I love Friends. Someone stop me. Yeah, I love Friends. Like, you can use anything and it ends up being a Friends reference.
That's true. I feel like Seinfeld's also like that, but so there's a new meme going around that says like, blah, blah, blah is the Nickelback of blah, blah, blah. So I saw one the other day. It said that Friends is the Nickelback of sitcoms.
What?
Yeah, I know. They were saying,
not accurate.
And then it said like in their caption that it was like Seinfeld is better than Friends.
Friends is like a Nickelback thing would be hate to love something.
Yeah.
So or guilty pleasure. You know what I mean? But like
I saw one that said like Drake is the Nickelback of rapping.
Yeah, I think that might be accurate.
Yeah.
But Friends, no, that is like the queen. That's like the Beyonce.
I really thought it was a bit of a reach. And like honestly, I like Friends, but I'm not like a live and die by Friends person. I never even really watched sitcoms that much like when it was out. Like I'll watch it more now because it's just on TV like late at night we get to hotel rooms and shit. But yeah, I don't know. It was never like totally my thing, but I'm into it now. I'm more of a Frasier gal.
I loved Frasier too. But Friends was the way to go. And Joey, again, and Raquel, I guess I talk about them a lot. The Joey.
The Joey. He's an exceptional human being, though.
Yeah. Oh, he does everything for me.
He's really
pretty
lovely.
much my babysitter.
Yeah, he's great.
He does everything for me. Poor Joey. He like literally changed my flights, does my hotel. Like the Soraya story, runs everything. Like he any time, it can be any time of the night or whatever. I would text him and be like, "You need to do this," and he'll do it.
That's great.
But he enjoys his work too. He's just like I love the adrenaline rush I get from airlines who don't want to give me the upgrade. And he ends up like persuading them into giving him an upgrade every single time.
Speaking of that, I saw that you posted that Delta wrote you a nice little note on the plane. What happened? What was that about?
I have no idea. They're just really nice people. Although, you know when you can hear people speaking.
Yeah.
And Dasha, who was also on the flight, she said, oh, no, they were talking about you. But, like, you can always tell when someone's a fan. Like, even if they don't say it, they kind of have that look in their eye.
Yeah, yeah.
Even if they're not looking at you a lot, they have that twinkle.
The energy changes. You can feel it.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
You can feel it. I'm just like, this girl's a wrestling fan. Or a Total Divas fan.
Yeah.
And as we're about to land, she, like, hands me that. And she was just like... She handed one to everyone, by the way, not just me. But then as I'm, like, getting off the flight, she was like, I actually just wanted to write it to you, but obviously I didn't want to look bad in front of everyone. So
That's
she was
great.
like, we really enjoyed having you on the flight. And I was pretty much drooling everywhere the whole time, like a slam.
Oh, yeah, you're a big drool sleeper, aren't you?
Yeah.
It happens. It happens to the best of us. It's okay.
Yeah.
I had somebody not do. It wasn't quite like that, but I was at Starbucks this week, and I went to go grab something for John and for me, and he's came up. He's like, hey, that Money in the Bank when Dean won the championship was like the best Father's Day of my life. It was really sweet. It was super sweet. But then we just like stood in the line next to each other for a bit. I was like,
and that's awkward then.
Yeah, super weird.
Awkward. Like,
super weird.
Give us a fleeting comment when you're like leaving.
Totally, do it on the other end.
Don't do the do it. Yeah, you wait in line. Okay, cool. Like we probably know you're like a lot of people do that to me, where they'll be in line with me, and like for food or whatever, and then at the end they're just like, oh, by the way, I'm a big fan of you. Yeah, which is perfect. I can already sense that you're a wrestling fan. Yeah, because the way you look at me, the aura's
changed. We feel it.
I can feel it. But it's always nice when you don't get interrupted to the end.
Yeah, of course. Though he was gracious enough to pretend that he had a phone call when we were actually waiting on the other end for our coffees. So it was a gracious move.
Yeah, so you kind of wait in for the good old 5 minutes. And you're just like, all right, well, this is extra awkward now. I'm probably just going to do
it when you're sugaring your coffee. That's a good spot to do it.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely.
It's a nice place.
I have like an issue going on with my eye right now. Like,
what's going on?
You know when you know there's something in there, but
oh yeah, I don't. Let me.
Is it like
well, it's because you put glitter in your eyes, and that's got to get in your eyeballs all the time.
Oh, yeah, I'm one of those people that if we're gonna get up super early, I won't wipe my eyeshadow off.
I've seen this.
So, I'll do my foundation. I'll get everything off because I like to have clear skin.
Yeah, of course.
Sister needs clear skin.
You have to.
But the eyeshadow, I'm just like, you never know. With this job as well, they could be like, up, we have to go do this, and I'm like, shit, I don't have time to do my makeup.
You're pretty good at doing your makeup, though.
Yeah, but not fast. Oh. Well, sometimes fast. But yeah, so I like to have it on ready to go. And then for the airport, you have to be up at like 3:30, 4 in the morning. So you're just like, all right, fuck this. I don't want to get up and do my makeup in the morning. I want to wash my freaking vagina in the shower. Yeah. That's all I want.
A little vag bath.
Yeah, exactly. A little bath in the...
Freshen her up. Joey's looking at us weird.
We've got men in here. It isn't the Joey, but it is a Joey.
Yeah, it's a different Joey.
It's the Joey of WWE.
A different Joey. I mean, it depends on who you ask. He could be the Joey. You're my Joey.
Yeah, yep. Mm-hmm.
You're my Joey.
Yeah, oh, for real.
We've actually hijacked the digital room today to do this podcast because we're here at SmackDown Live.
Dustin's in the background.
Dustin! And Dustin tried to get us to do this dance video today for the Shiggy, which is the new Drake dance
How did that go?
Not well.
Oh.
So
I let the team down. I should have came and done that, honestly.
Well, I'm surprised that you didn't do it. Because we've seen your dance videos that you posted for when you were doing Total Divas and did it.
And I like to dance around, honestly. I'm one of those people.
I feel like this dance is up your alley. Like, I feel like it's a dance that you would be able to pull off.
Yeah.
But we couldn't really hear the music, which is definitely a fault of Dustin Wallace. That's his last name, in case you guys wanted to look him up.
Man. Do you know a funny story the other day? I was at the so there was my friend, his ex-girlfriend is in a Amy Winehouse cover band.
What? Stop it!
And
where's this going?
Saw Dustin there, but with Sasha and Sarah and Noam, and I decided not to go up and talk to them.
What a bitch! Why'd you do that?
We were on the other side. And I saw Dustin, and I really liked Dustin.
Yeah, that's rude.
And I was like, but the crew, I'm like, you know what? I'm not going to have a big conversation with this crew, I don't think. But Dustin is my boy. No, this is day one.
Yeah.
And I was just like, you know what? It's like kind of...
him.
Yeah, I was like, it's kind of... You know what? It's kind of exciting. Like, we're around each other all the time. And the other people, I like them, but they're not like my close friends.
Sure.
Dustin, I would definitely go up and talk and be like, Dustin, what's up? But then he's in a group of people, like, and I'm like, you know what?
You pick and choose your battle.
I'm just like, you're on the other side. I'm having a couple of beverages over here with my boyfriend and our friends. And I'm just like, I'm probably going to leave soon because it was good. But, I wanted to go get drunk.
Yeah, of course. That's the
goal. I just walked out. I was by the door. Dustin, I saw you. And so just know that I love you.
How long ago was this?
Like 2 weeks ago?
2 weeks.
Oh, shit. Oh, my God.
It I was in Orlando, and I'm not a piece of shit. Like, I will always say hello to people. But it's just like the crew of people you don't always speak to when you're at work.
Sure,
You know, like the different crew that you hang with in school.
Yeah, of course.
And
it's
then
like you see a teacher outside of school, and it's like, oh my god.
Yeah, but then he's hanging around with the other group that I don't hang out with. You know, like not saying they're terrible people. They're not
Enemy
terrible
lines
people.
were drawn.
Yeah, and I'm just like, you know what? Yeah, there's a line in the sand, buddy.
You were on the bad side of it, I guess, G-Wall.
Literally, Noam called me and said, "You want to go see an Amy Winehouse cover band?" And I said, "Sure."
Okay, so that's a very funny story, but I feel like we need to just unpack this Amy Winehouse cover band. It's a full band. It's amazing. You know the singer?
Oh, it's great. No, so the singer is actually a guy, but his voice is incredible. Like, they already have their own band, but people come because they advertise the fact that they're going to be doing Amy Winehouse. Mm-hmm. And there's a lot of people there. It was packed. I was very surprised.
I'd watch the shit out of that.
Yeah, it was very surprising. There's like 13 people in this band. Like, there's people on saxophones, and it's like what? Yeah. Oh, it's great. You have 3 girls that are the backup singers. So one of them was my friend Billy's ex girlfriend.
Okay.
From years ago. But yeah, so we went to it, and it was freaking great. I didn't stay to the end of it because I was like, oh man, like. There's only so much I can take from that. Yeah. And there was like a couple of wrestling friends beside me that wouldn't stop talking to me, which they're lovely people. And the lady did say she'll give me a hookup for Universal, which I was like, I will take.
She came to us too.
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah. She was taking the rounds.
Yeah, the prowl.
I feel like that's got to be like a problem in Orlando all the time.
Yeah, because you get a lot of tourists too.
And it's expected though, because everybody knows that WWE superstars live there, NXT's their performance center.
And there's always new people in Orlando. That's the thing. So, like, you go to certain places where everyone knows who you are. Mm-hmm. It's the same old faces in there. You go to other places, there's always new faces because there's so many tourists from different countries and stuff like that, and from different parts of America. And obviously they're like, oh my gosh, like, what the hell are you doing here? And I'm like, I live here. Like, and they're always so shocked. They're always just like, wait, you don't live in New York or LA or something?
Of course.
And I'm like, no, it's really expensive. I like to have a tax-free stay. If that's
hell
cool
yeah. Whoop whoop.
We need a break.
Save that money, y'all.
Yeah, I like to save. And yeah, I love Orlando. But people, like, do you get that? Is people always shocked with you?
No. Well, we don't go out very much anyways. We're never really anywhere. But no, I don't feel like we get it that much. Probably, though, I think, like, another difference, though, is, like, being in Vegas. Like, even if we go out to dinner somewhere, well, I guess if you're going to dinner, it's a little bit different. But if
everyone's too drunk to even realize
they're drunk, and their heads are down gambling. Yeah. So, like, no one's really looking around. But I don't know. I feel like you're also, like, I don't know. Do you expect to see people in Vegas? Maybe like a little bit. I mean, we'll get it, but like
too focused on Vegas though.
They're in party
Vegas
mode.
Is a distraction. Yeah, you go there to like rage and do your thing.
Yeah. I don't feel like we get that much, but I always like. So for a second, like when John and I, we were like deciding if we wanted to stay in Vegas or if we wanted to move somewhere. This was like before we actually even moved in together. And we're like, shit, I wonder if like we would have to go to Orlando because I was still doing stuff at NXT, or maybe we would have gone to Tampa. But I feel like it freaks me out, the idea of even just going to the grocery store and running into people that we work with all the time. That sounds horrible.
Yeah, and
no offense, guys. I mean, I love you all.
There's not a lot
like,
of Amy Winehouse cover band concerts. So, no, but I really don't run into a lot of people. Like, I live in like a different area to where everyone lives. I live like closer to downtown.
Okay,
like a mile or so from downtown. Everyone else lives in Winter Park. There you go, guys. Sorry about that. Baldwin Park. Watch out.
I was totally gonna say it too. I'm like, maybe I shouldn't, but you did it.
There you go. Watch out, people.
Busted.
Yeah. So if you want to go see them, that's where they hang out. So yeah, I live in like a completely different area, and I love that. I love having friends outside the wrestling business.
Yeah, that's
I love
nice.
having friends that don't even watch wrestling.
Oh, that's really real nice.
Because like in every job, I feel like if you're a race car driver, you don't want to go out a race car driver and talk about race cars all the time.
Hell no.
You know what I mean? You like having friends that like talking about other
stuff. Yeah, other hobbies.
My friend is a nurse now, and she was talking about like wiping someone's butt the other day.
Well, those are the good stories.
I love listening to that kind of stuff.
One time I had a friend of mine.
Hello.
Hi.
Hello. How are you? Sorry, guys. We actually have some fans come backstage.
Yeah, they're back here. Hi.
Yeah, what is up?
I like your Shinsuke Nakamura shirt.
Very cool.
Very chic.
Bootios, fantastic. We're just doing a little podcast right now.
Yeah. Yeah, no worries. Hey.
No,
Ryan Pelagato.
We're all good. Don't even worry about it.
It's fine.
But this,
I'm really glad I didn't just start telling the story I was about to start telling.
Yeah, we can tell.
There's children in here. Come here, bring it on in.
X-rayed.
What's,
Hey, what are we
you
doing?
want to here? Come say hi.
Let's go fish together.
Hi,
What's your name?
Cameron.
Who are you here to see tonight?
I'm here to see pretty much
yeah.
everyone.
Yeah, who's your favorite?
AJ Styles.
Hell
Oh, but you're
yeah!
wearing his Nemesis' shirt right now.
His other shirt's dirty.
Oh, okay.
That you know what
That's okay.
happened?
You're like, AJ, I love you, dude, but like today my shirt wasn't clean enough to wear. Yeah, you should probably tell him that, right?
Yeah, you gotta let him know because I mean he might be a little bit offended. He's very sensitive.
Yeah.
Very, very
He'll love
sensitive.
you. He'll love you.
Yeah.
Sure. Huh?
Oh,
my
snap!
goodness.
Look at who we got here.
I think Dad's gonna be excited.
Xavier
about this,
Woods.
too.
We took pictures already.
Oh, you did?
Oh,
okay.
okay. Been there, done
I
that.
feel like this is where they film up, down, down
This
too,
is.
right?
Yeah. Oh, well, we're here. We're doing my podcast, Regular Girls.
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
True. Cut the power.
Bye, buddy. Have fun tonight.
Bye.
High five. Oh my gosh, what a good high five. Yes. Bye bye.
Bye, you guys.
All right, well, I'm going to take this brief little moment here to do our first sponsor of the day, which I actually have here today, which is a big deal. What's
How
that?
long is this gonna be?
Like 20 minutes? Is that okay? Okay, so today we got to talk a little bit about Skylar. So Skylar is a self-care lifestyle brand centered around scents. They offer consciously crafted hypoallergenic fragrances, perfumes, and candles made with natural ingredients for yourself or for your home with the ultimate goal of supporting and empowering women. Their clean, modern perfumes are unique, light, and never overpowering so that you can feel great about spritzing. So there's 4 scents. There's Arrow, which is spicy, warm, and seductive. Coral, which is fruity, floral, and flirty. Say that 3 times fast. Isle, which is clean, dewy, and fresh. And then there's Meadow, which is floral, elegant, and beautiful. So, yeah, they're made from all natural ingredients, free of parabens. I don't know how to say that word. Nope, I don't know how to say that word. Yeah, you guys are going to love this stuff. It's absolutely delicious. I got my little trial package, and they smell absolutely amazing. For me personally, I'm all about the spicy, warm, and seductive smells. That's kind of up my alley, especially a little bit of spice up in there. And then it has like a little bit of a masculine smell, which Paige and I were talking about right before we
men's smell.
before we got in here. So here's what you guys get for a limited time offer. Try the Skylar sample palette, which is the one that I have, with free shipping, plus earn a $20 credit towards your next full-size perfume purchase. All you have to do is visit Skylar.com/regular. That's Skylar, SKYLAR.com/regular girls. Sorry, I said it wrong the first time, but it's Skylar.com/regular girls, REGLURGIRLS. So, yeah, again, you guys are going to get free shipping plus $20 credit towards your next full-size perfume purchase. So get on it. Smell nice. Live a nice life. Be clean. Smell lovely. Get some Skylar. All right, we're back. That was like a weird little chaotic moment. Hey, we had people popping in here.
Yeah.
Children. Xavier Woods.
Yeah.
It was a whole
That's
to-do.
probably the Woods part that people already fucking will always rag on it.
Oh, whatever. Who cares? Hey, so let's talk about something serious for a second. How crazy was this stuff over the past 2 weeks with these poor boys that in Thailand stuck in the cave? Do you
What? Have I been...
Dude.
I was about to say...
You have been, apparently.
I don't go on social media that
Okay.
much to read stuff.
So here's what happened. So this was
I saw that something like these boys got out of the cave. I was
Yeah.
like, what does this mean? But like,
You know, what I find crazy about this is initially when I heard the story, I was like, oh, okay, and assumed that they got out. I wasn't sure of what the whole story was, but this was over 2 weeks ago. I believe that they went in on like June 23rd, something in and around there. So they were stuck in this cave for almost over 2 weeks.
Oh, man.
So they were boys aged 11 to 16, the soccer team in Thailand, and their coach, who was 25 years old, they had a game, went to go do a hike afterwards, and these crazy monsoons came down and flooded the cave that they were in.
Oh my
So, there was like a whole search warrant looking to find where they were, found their bikes outside the entrance to the cave, and it took them... I believe was it 9 days until they were able to find these boys. So they were in. They were, I believe, 2.5 miles deep down in the cave. and it was like compared to being like the consistency of like a double coffee, so you couldn't see anything in the water. So when they had the divers coming down, you couldn't see anything. They had to feel along the way. It was like 5 hours to get to where they were. Finally find these boys, have to give them like power gels and ramen noodle cups to get their energy back up. But some of these kids couldn't even swim. So they had to like get them prepared to take this now like 5-hour trek underwater to get back up to the surface. But they had to wait for like the weather to be clear enough so that it wouldn't rain on them again and make the water levels go up again. The oxygen levels were down to like 15% of what is like the good like breathable air. And once you get to like 12% is when your like brain functions start to like deteriorate. Such a crazy story. But the fact that they stay alive, today we're recording on Tuesday today, but they are finally all out. They brought up 4 boys, then 4 boys, and then another 4 boys over a course of 3 days. But
how did they survive in there? Like, I don't understand.
It's so crazy. I'm not like, I don't even know what all they did to be able to stay. I mean, other than they had a little bit of food, but I guess so. They brought up the first 4 boys, which they consider to be the strongest of them, so that they could navigate the waters the best way, and also let the Navy SEALs that were taking them through the tunnels figure out what was the best way to do it. And unfortunately, one of the Navy SEALs that was bringing an oxygen tank back and forth did die underneath because he ran out of oxygen. It is like the craziest story. The fact that they all survived, they all got out today. So then they had to, once they got out, they had to take a 30-minute ambulance ride over to the hospital. They like reserved an entire floor for these kids. Their parents can't see them for 48 hours to make sure that they didn't pick up any diseases or that their immune systems are so weak that something that somebody else has could make them very, very sick. But what a crazy story. I can't believe that they all got out alive. Like, I'm assuming nothing too bad, at least not that we know of at this point. But man, unbelievable.
That's like a horror story.
I was reading the whole story on Saturday night, and seeing like just how crazy it all was. Because like you, it's like I saw kind of like what the headline was, but I think there's so many crazy headlines in the news so often that you kind of skim over stuff, and it doesn't, you like skim it, or if it doesn't apply to you directly, you're like, okay, what? But like these crazy things happen. But this is like, such a crazy story of people being able to survive, and this coach being able to keep these boys alive under.
I'm so surprised considering like these kids are so young too.
I know.
Like I would not expect them to survive. So I'm happy that they all did.
Yeah. And I guess the coach was the weakest of them because he was giving them all of his food and water.
Oh,
yeah.
My God.
I know.
Imagine packing for like food. Like they would have to ration it. Like
I know, to be under there for that long, over 2 weeks, and also for them to not have seen any natural daylight, to not be eating any food, not be breathing regular like air. Oh my gosh!
Like that's gonna scar them. I'm pretty sure that could be like PTSD.
Oh, without question.
Oh man.
Yeah, can you imagine like later in life them like telling the story to people of like, oh yeah, I was in a cave for 2 weeks.
Movie. You know they're gonna make a movie on that one day. Yeah. But like that's so wild. I'm glad. I'm just happy they're all alive.
Yeah.
I can't believe I didn't even realize.
Huh? Oh yeah, Elon Musk was out there and he was like trying to help develop tunnels and different ways to
slide into, like he was trying to think of everything he could.
Wow.
Yeah. There was a lot of people really came together for, and even the town that they were in. Everyone was waiting out and trying to like have a really great support system. The other crazy thing too is that so when they brought out the 4 boys in each increment, they weren't saying which boys came out. So their families were there. So their families all were waiting at the cave until everybody was brought out because they couldn't see their kids anyways. But man, so crazy. You can imagine not seeing like your kid for 2 weeks. It was like down in a cave and you still have to keep 2 meters away from them so that you don't give them any of your diseases.
Yeah, like I can imagine you just want to go hug them.
Yeah.
Make sure they're okay. But
so wild.
You also should just be happy that they're alive. Like,
without
I would
question.
think that just okay, they're alive. This is good.
Yeah.
They're fine. They're gonna be fine.
I couldn't stop like following this story though, trying to see like what was happening, what the updates were. Yeah, I'll send you like another link so you can like read like the whole thing of like what happened. I feel like I hit like most of the bullet points. I'm sure there's stuff that I missed, but yeah, wild. Wow. Such a wild story.
No way.
On to some trash. Justin Bieber and Hailey Baldwin are engaged.
Yeah.
Little babies.
Can you believe it?
It's so weird.
Yeah, I don't think I would be engaged at that age. I mean,
well, but I do see how like
shaking his head.
I do feel like I can see at that point when you're a kid. Also, I mean, yes, they're kids, but they've, especially Justin Bieber, it's like he's already lived like a full life, you know? I think
Well,
like,
has he been in the spotlight since he was like 12 or something?
yeah, exactly. So I feel like his perception of that is way different.
Like, I'm ready. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? And he's lived his crazy life of being
Yeah.
like freaking just banging everything that doesn't work.
Hell yeah. I wonder what Selena Gomez feels about this.
I bet she's upset.
Yeah, she's got to be.
Yeah, because he wrote that long thing and he was just like, she's the love of my life. I can't imagine doing this to anyone else. And I'm like, damn, what about
Ooh,
Selena,
I know.
bitch?
Gulp, 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 gulp.
Damn. Joey, what'd you think about that? Justin Bieber and Hailey Baldwin being...
You got to come talking to the mic. Come here.
Man.
Bring it in.
I mean, as long as people love each other, that's
Love
what
is
matters,
love.
Right?
Love is love.
I just don't like his mustache.
Oh,
I
yeah.
like the look
That's
that
some,
he's
like,
got going on right now.
Joe Dirt level stuff.
It is a little Joe Dirt.
I like
Right.
people that
He's
look
like
a little bit
son of-
dirty.
Yeah, I
Son
do
of
too.
Joe Dirt.
Hence my husband. Yeah, I like him quite a bit. It's true. It's true. Everybody's giving me thumbs up. But guys, I think he's a babe.
I actually like Justin Bieber's look right now.
Yeah.
Huh?
See his belly
Oh, the belly button tattoo.
What belly button tattoo?
Belly button tattoos are always like a little off-putting. Sorry, Corey Graves, but it's true.
Oh, his
Yeah.
little belly button tattoo looks like a big butthole.
Yeah, it does. Big old bloomin' beehole.
You have a butthole tattooed on your belly button. So gravy.
Good
Apologies for that
stuff.
one. Yeah, we actually did something a little bit earlier, you guys, because like we had a lot to talk about, but we already like nailed it earlier in the day.
We did. Well, we just also don't want to like rehash all of the same stuff. So what Paige and I are trying to do is we want to we kind of want to capitalize on this IGTV business and put some stuff out.
Yeah.
Have some cool videos that we do on Tuesdays.
Yeah, and I feel like we came up with a really good name, right? So people compare us a lot of things.
All
to
sorts.
Tina Fey and Amy, Paula, and now we're saying Bill and Ted, which I love.
I think Bill and Ted's great, and we came up with that one on our own. Well, actually, Paige did.
Yeah, so we're gonna be called Renee and Rhea's Bogus Journey.
Yeah.
And I love that.
I feel like that's dead on. We can
Yeah.
make a really great graphic too.
Oh, absolutely. Like something's very similar. We're gonna create a band called the Wild Stallions.
Oh, yeah.
Wild Stallion.
Hell
Oh,
yes.
man.
Yo, all of these things are coming to fruition. It's all happening.
Yeah, it is. So like that's why I feel like we're trying to like do some other subject because we did them both in the same day.
Yeah.
So and we're gonna make it a little bit shorter. As much podcasts are great being long. I don't.
No, they are long. They're long. They're so long.
No, but they're so popular, which is great. But we want to do like a video podcast,
Yeah.
which I learned it was called a vlog and not a vlog. So Renee definitely helped me with
The
that.
vlog.
Yeah.
Vlog.
We're gonna make it a little bit shorter.
Yeah.
You know,
10-15 minutes.
Yeah, and if you guys want more,
Let us know.
let us know.
Always leave them wanting more.
Oh, absolutely.
I feel like that's the best way
On
to
the
do
old
it.
cliffhanger.
What else did you do this week? Did you do anything cool this week while you were at home?
What did we do? Well, Kalen left today, yesterday. So
Where'd he go?
he went on tour for 6 weeks. So I'm probably gonna go along and see it.
He's just in the U.S. though.
It's just in the US.
Okay.
And what did we do during the week? We didn't actually really do very much because we were just like, okay, he has to leave soon. Let's spend as much time.
Did you do something for the 4th?
Yeah, we did. Oh,
Ah,
yeah, we did. We didn't have any plans for it, which I loved. And we went to a couple of our friends' houses. Then we came back to us, and then had like this impromptu house party. Which,
Oh, great.
yeah, and you know what? Last week was really funny because Renee was inviting everyone to her house, and not me.
That's not true.
Remember when that happened?
So that's not how it happened.
when
What?
that happened,
No. This is false information. What happened was Skinny Nicky said that he was going to be in Las Vegas because he was going to be there for Ronda going into the UFC Hall of Fame. So I was like, oh great, you're going to be there. And then we were talking to Carmela, and she said she had no plans. And we're like, come to Vegas, come do the 4th with us.
Yeah, so she had like this big party.
It was not.
Everyone was there.
Also, Carmela didn't come.
Yeah, she didn't go. But
She
it's
didn't
fine.
go. It turned into a party of 3.
You know what? I'm gonna make this a thing.
You would not have even come to Vegas.
No, I wouldn't
You would
have
not
come.
have. She's a single woman living her life. So I was like, hey, come hang out with us.
Yeah.
I was, yeah, it would have been a good time, but
I do have. My boyfriend wouldn't be like, oh yeah, let's go to Vegas
no.
and hang out with your husband that he doesn't know yet.
Sure.
But instead, I'm just kidding, you guys. Honestly, I'm.
What an a-hole.
But we didn't even mean to have a party.
Yeah.
But you know what the good part is that we were done by 12:30. Everyone
Great.
was out. And I was like, we can sleep in. We had to be up early for something. I can't remember. Oh, taking Rick's to the vet.
Oh.
And I was like, you know what? We're gonna get enough sleep, and that's great.
Yeah.
The whole week was great. We just chilled, did that, and then went to sleep.
I love aging and going to bed earlier. It's lovely.
I like it. I start a little bit earlier because usually you would start like, all right, I'll just get ready by 10:30 and go out. No fucking way.
No.
All right, I want to get ready for about 7.
Yep.
Yeah.
Get a meal, get a bite.
Yeah, go out for dinner, pregame there. You're a little bit too full, so maybe you want to take a nap, but you
Sure.
don't.
Nope.
You just soldier through.
Turn that fullness into a different energy.
Yeah, but
Resource
then you're
it.
ready and want to go to bed by 12:30, and sometimes even earlier. And I'm into that.
Skinny Nikki was trying to teach me how to shotgun a beer this week.
Oh, I got tried to.
Come here.
Like in
Come
Miami.
here. Tell them about shotgunning the beer. Didn't go well.
She couldn't find the bubble. It's very important to
I've never shotgunned a beer in my life.
We clip the side of it and then open the can.
Picture this. You're holding the can.
Like a corn in the cob.
Like a corn in the cob. Yep. And you're...
Talk into the mic.
I'm scratching my head.
Okay, so he runs social media, so he knows that you have to talk into the microphone.
Yeah, now he's just messing with me.
That's what's happening. On the portion of the show that'll get cut. Anyway.
None of this gets edited. It's all staying.
Cool. So you look for the part where you open the top of the can, find the bubble, hit the bubble with a key.
Yeah.
Your thumb.
See, I couldn't do it with my thumb. I was afraid I was going to slice my thumb off because it's an aluminum can. Hell no.
Yeah,
Don't do it. And so gave her pretty specific instructions, and there was
I opened the lid too quick.
She opened the lid, then tried to stab it, and the air bubble had already gone. So what you want to do is you want to create the air bubble. You find the air bubble by pushing on the bottom of the can, key it. That creates an airflow. Then.
I did it the wrong way.
I did it the wrong way, meaning that I popped it open and held it upside down. I did it when we filmed Total Divas in Miami.
It's
the bartender
hard.
was trying to show me how to do it, and he was like, "Yeah, what we have to do is clip it open, blah blah." And I was like, "Yeah, got it."
So maybe we should practice this.
We should. You know what? I want to learn how to shotgun a beer, but me and the Bellas actually have a special shot that we do now.
Oh, okay.
Which we all have to do.
Okay.
And we did it in Lake Tahoe again, but I did it when we were in San Diego, and the bartender there too was like, we do like a blowjob shot.
Yeah.
Which is basically just like a Bailey's mixed with something and then whipped cream on the top. But you have
Bailey's is delicious.
Yeah. But you have to do it hands free.
Okay.
So the shot is on the thing,
yeah.
you big it, and it's one of those wide cups, you know,
Yeah.
like you can't put your teeth around it, you just have to put it on the inner
gorge.
part of your lips. Yeah, and then you have to lift it, chug it, and put it down again.
Straight down the hatch.
First time, nailed it. Bree nailed it. Nikki
Yeah.
surprisingly didn't nail it. I was
That's shocking.
yeah, thank you.
No offense, girl, but I mean, come on.
Yeah. I was like, I feel like you would definitely nail. I feel like Bree would
Yeah.
be the one that wouldn't be able to. She was just like Bree mode. You know what I mean?
When she's in Brie mode, though, she's full tilt, ready to go.
There's no
Let
stopping
me
it.
ask you a question. Were you talking about Bloody Marys at all?
No, but we could.
No, because I just got served an ad
Oh, weird.
about Bloody
So
Marys.
often, Nikki and I, though, that is Clamato. That's actually Caesar. That's with Clamato juice. That's even better. We were talking about how when you talk about stuff out loud and your phone picks up on like some of the
Happens
buzzwords
all
you're
the time.
saying and the ads pop up, it's creepy as shit.
We talk about that literally all the time. Even if you search for something in like your Safari on your phone, like instantly it'll be in like ads and stuff like that. Like
It's very odd.
yeah, it's crazy. Like I just did the 23andMe thing where you like gotta
Oh,
find out your
yeah.
ancestry.
Where are you?
And I don't know yet.
I'm English.
I'm British. That's all I got. But I'm waiting for the results of it.
Okay.
But ever since then, all over my Instagram is like 23andMe, blah, blah, blah. And it just keeps popping up. And I don't know whether we just get in that thing, you know, when you like see a yellow car and all of a sudden you
Right.
see all the same yellow cars, you know. I don't know if it's just like one of those things where you take notice of it and all of a sudden it pops up everywhere.
No, so mine's more specific that, like if I go, there's certain like clothing sites that I go to and there's certain things that I've even just looked at and then it'll pop up on my sponsored stuff on my Instagram feed of the actual outfits that I've clicked on. Like it's like very specific.
Buy this. Yeah.
Weird.
Yeah, it happens on Facebook too.
Yeah.
Like it'll
It's-
pop up
it's
not
all
just
the
on
same
Instagram,
thing.
but Facebook.
Are Facebook and Instagram the same people?
Yeah, Facebook owns Instagram.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. That's so
wow.
funny.
All right, let's do our last sponsor before we wrap this bad boy up. Here we come. By here we, I mean here comes me.
Do you love sandwiches? Get your favorite sandwiches at a local Subway.
Actually, no, what we're talking about here is Daily Harvest. Daily Harvest delivers one-step prep, frozen, plant-based eats straight to your door with your choice of smoothies, savory harvest bowls, soups, functional lattes, overnight oats, and more. I actually love me some Daily Harvest because they're frozen, adorable little packages. They stay in your freezer. and I live for these soups. They are so, so good. During the summertime, the last thing that you want to do is spend time cooking. I mean, I do love cooking, but sometimes you get in a bit of a time crunch. But you got to be outside doing some other things, soaking up that vitamin D. But in the summer, you got these to-do lists. It's all barbecues, outdoor bars. It's hard to eat well. God, is it ever hard to eat well. But that's why I love Daily Harvest. It's a subscription service that makes healthy eating easy and requires basically zero effort. It's so, so easy. Like I said, the soups are my favorite thing. You can just add like a broth or water. I like to do a broth just to add another little kick of some saltiness to it because I love me some salt. And they're absolutely delicious. So what you guys get to do here is go to daily-harvest.com and enter the promo code REGULAR to get 3 cups free in your first box. That's promo code REGULAR for 3 free Daily Harvest cups at daily-harvest.com. daily-harvest.com. Get you some. Frozen little meals make life easier. You will be off to the races and working on that skinny summer bod, which I am not currently working on, but maybe I should consider it. Hello.
You nailed it. All right. So we have an hour before we go live on SmackDown Live right now.
Yep.
So as a GM, I'm not even ready yet.
Okay,
you
so
get my head.
Go get ready?
Yeah, I gotta go get ready. I need to change, maybe take a poop.
Oh, okay.
Pre-show poop.
Do it.
Yeah.
Go do it.
Oh, you want me to just do one right here for you guys?
Juice it out.
Yeah, who wants to poop?
Well, thanks for coming on Regular Girls again. It's been a pleasure having you.
Always.
Always is.
Hopefully I get to talk to Stacey soon.
Yeah, I know. Well, guys, sorry, I didn't even mention that at the very beginning, but Stacey is potentially the busiest woman on the planet right now. She's doing her big movie. She's got all these shows going on in Toronto right now, which if you're following Stacey on social media, at the Stacey McGunnigle, or is it just Stacey McGee? You guys know what it is. You guys follow her. McGunnigle.
McGunnigle. Oh, that's wild, huh?
Stacey
McGunnigle.
Yeah, it's a good name. It's a hell of a name. McGunnigle. But you guys can see if you're in Toronto, check out some of her shows because they've been getting amazing reviews. And she is very funny along with Jason DeRoss. They are lovely, lovely people. So definitely check out their shows. And actually, I'm going to be in Toronto next week. So hopefully I can pop out and actually get my eyes on one of these shows my very own self. All right, well, we're going to get out of here. Thank you guys for listening to Regular Girls, and we will see y'all next week.
See ya.
Wouldn't want to be ya. Bye.